And the picture's not there yet. Where's it? There it is.
Frozen. Are we live?
Yes, you are.
A little behind the scenes. This is what happens before we go live. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm just the normal person here.
So, hey, am I not normal? Well, that's fair.
You're
That's fair. I'm not upset at that. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to...
Cut up and sew. What's up?
There you go. This is Joanne.
And this is Josh.
How's everybody doing today?
It's Monday. It's
Happy
a
Monday.
great day.
That's right. It's our favorite day of the week.
That's right. I know it's mine.
Not many people say that, but we do. I know. Most people are always, oh, Mondays. Not in Palm Coast.
And Palm Coast.
No.
But you know, even when I was working, I liked Monday. I liked getting up and going to work. And
I've never had the 9 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Mhm.
None of the jobs I've ever had. So I never have that Monday's the start of the work week.
Oh.
Every day is happy. We have the best job in the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what's up? So what's up? I can't say like you. We do this every single Monday, and the whole idea is Cut Up and Sew has 2 locations, and we have a lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
Now, every Saturday we get together at Study Hall, and we have a show where we talk about all the classes and events. This one's a little bit more about new fabric and some exciting news, maybe some events sprinkled in, and then the wisdom that Joanne has, setting the bar.
Setting the bar a little high.
You
there.
always come through. Quilting tips and tricks. And I don't
Okay.
even know if I can say that, because sometimes it's just a conversation about life and
Quilt stuff.
quilt sewing stuff.
And how quilting and life kind of intersects.
Yeah, it's great. And so anyway, we do this every Monday. If you join us every Monday, thank you.
Yes.
But tell your friends.
Absolutely.
We want to meet some new friends. We want to meet your friends. So share, as always.
Mhm.
Hit the little hearts and thumbs down at I guess it's the bottom right of your screen, because that bumps it back up to the top. And
Yeah.
that's how we make new friends.
That's right. Make sure you put your name there. I know that I have friends in California who actually get up and watch this, but they don't sign in. And I tested them. I said,
Come on, California friends.
when they said that, oh, we watch you. And I said, well, you know, what did you see? How was it? And they were watching.
You're like, what did I talk about?
That's
then,
right.
If
That's
you were
right.
watching. Well, Cali friends, say hello. You don't even have to have a conversation, but just a simple hi or
That's
a
right.
thumbs up or a
That's
smile.
right.
And I see, we won't say everybody, but good morning to all of you.
Because we got people on YouTube too.
Well, hey, YouTubers, and
Yeah.
maybe an Instagrammer or two, hopefully will jump in as well.
Mhm.
Okay. As always, Tony, our wonderful producer / sometimes co-host,
That's right.
gives me the cheat sheet. So I'm just going to try to stick to that. Sewing for charity. So September the 27th, is that right? Is our next Sewing for Charity party. It is not Project Linus, but I'm going to talk about that. It's Ryan's Case for Smiles. So we're making pillowcases. And we've been running a charity drive essentially for, I guess this is the 2nd month.
Mm-hmm.
And the goal is 1,000 pillowcases. And where are we at? We're 30% to our goal. So, and I know some of them haven't been tallied, which is fair. You guys are doing amazing. Let me just say this. If we don't hit 1,000, honestly, we have at least 360 of them already. That's incredible.
Mhm.
So I love having the goal because it's kind of fun, but I'm never upset if we don't hit it because we still did amazing.
So
You know.
wasn't last year's quota, the goal we had last year, wasn't that at 500? Because maybe this year we'll meet last year's goal.
Yeah, we definitely will. That's no problem.
No
You know,
problem.
I don't remember, to be honest. It might have been.
I think you said 1,000.
I might just always say 1,000.
That's next to me 3,000.
10,000 pillows.
That's right. Think of the
Pillowcases.
biggest number you can.
4 million pillowcases in 10 days. No, but so you guys have been bringing them in. Thank you. And you can drop them off at either location. We get them to Sherry, and then they are then taken and given to the
Mhm.
children. So bring them in. And we do this year round. So if you're behind or you're on vacation or you just can't get them in before the charity drive, we still take them year
Mhm.
round. Sadly, there's always children who are in need. So
That's right. And if you've ever made a kind of a special pillowcase for a grandchild or a child, and you know how much they love that, that's how much the child in need really loves theirs. So
Yep.
just be inspired.
Absolutely. And just keep the fabric happy.
Mhm.
You know, kids fabric is fine. No flannel, no glitter. Is that right?
Okay.
No
Good to
flannel.
know.
No. And look at that. Ryan's Case for Smiles is saying hello from New York.
Wow.
I'm assuming that's you, Sherry. It was 500 last year. This year, we are counting all the pillowcases for the chapter. Boom.
See, I remember these things.
Good job.
Long-term memory hasn't gone yet.
Short-term memory is a different conversation.
It's a little shaky.
You need to quilt more because you know
That's right.
quilting is good for your
It's good
memory and for your health,
Uh-huh,
right? We've
that's right.
talked about this.
Mhm.
All right. Well, no, I'm just thrilled. So again, if you can come and hang out with us and sew with us on September the 27th, we'd love to have you. It's here in Palm Coast. If you can't stick around all day, you can always stop by and just donate your time to iron. Simply just cheer us on, press, cut. We can find something for you if you want to be a part of it. So, and thank you to everyone sincerely for that has already donated. That's awesome. You guys are amazing as always. Long arm specials. So we had some Labor Day specials that you guys really took care of, and we started a quilting special. It's the long arm special. It's normally almost 3 cents per square inch. Right now until the 17th, right? It is 2 cents per square inch, which is a big deal. For those of you that quilt by check, you understand that it can get expensive. So this break is a big deal, especially if you're making quilts for Christmas. And you definitely want to get the quilts in by October 31st. So get your Christmas quilts in by Halloween.
Oh, good.
I know that's going to confuse people.
No.
But a lot of people are making quilts for gifts.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be a Christmas themed, but gift quilts. Things that you want done in time for Christmas, they have to be in. Really, the deadline is October the 31st. Otherwise, you probably won't get them back in time.
Thank you for that, because I know that people, I just know from my own practice that people put that off until it's like Christmas Eve. Can you do a quilt for me?
Procrastination? What? I know, I'm the worst. I'm like, it's due tomorrow. I got a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So long arm special, 2 cents per square inch. Just make sure you, if you really want to take advantage of that, get the quilts in. That ends on September the 17th, right before the quilt show, which is Quilt Fest. Look at that. Perfect segue. So we were selling tickets, and if you didn't get your ticket ahead of time, still come. You can absolutely get the ticket. It's not going to cost you more. And honestly, so many people bought tickets early that I don't think the line's going to be that bad. I think it's going to be easy peasy. You don't have to pay for parking.
Isn't
So
that great?
yeah, it's fantastic. So make sure you join us. Over 400 quilts, 50 plus vendors. I don't really know.
Well, we have 3,000.
We have 3,000 booths. So I mean, I don't know.
Got that whole. Are you still in the same corner?
No, we're
No.
we're like in the front, kind of near the quilts.
Oh wow,
Prime
nice.
real estate.
that's right.
You know.
You are.
Little bribery goes on.
It
No.
worked. It worked.
We got lucky this year. But anyway, so the vendors are, it looks like, because we just looked at the layout, and it looks like it's going to be some really cool vendors. And again, for those that don't go there to shop, the quilts alone are worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
I love that there's a kids category. I love that there's art quilts. I even like that there's traditional quilts and hand quilters. It's not my thing, but I admire it and I respect it. And it's incredible.
And I'll always say the same thing about quilt shows. There's going to be a ton of stuff in there that you just look at and say, I just can't relate. I can never do anything like that. But there's always inspiration, even in the most difficult. And, you know, you go to a museum and you're not going to paint a picture that looks like a Van Gogh or whatever, but they're beautiful to look at.
Yep.
And they're stimulating for your brain, which is
absolutely
a good thing.
And you said the word inspiration. Be inspired. Don't be deterred.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's always a little something you can take.
And
away
it's
from
just
it.
there's just a vibe at quilt shows. That's why I love them. Everybody's happy, and it's you know, the industry is booming, and you can feel it at these shows, and it's just great. So come out and hang out with us. It is September 18th through the 20th, which is not this week, but next week.
Yes.
Woo!
Coming up fast. I've got my list ready.
Good. Joanne makes a list every year because what happens is you walk around and then you're like, I forgot what I was looking for because I got sidetracked by
because I
these
want all
seam
these
guys.
other things.
I know. So it's smart to make a list. We actually did a whole little segment on it, or
Mhm.
you did on one of the shows,
Mhm.
which is great.
Maybe not next Monday.
That's not a bad one to talk about next Monday. Just kind of a recap. But anyway, so Quilt Fest, we're excited. We cannot wait to see everyone there. Just a little FYI, the stores will be open during Quilt Fest, so the 18th through the 20th. St. Augustine will be open till 5 because it's closer to the show and we know people want to stop by after or before on their way home. The Palm Coast store will be closing at 3. So just kind of keep that in mind. Normally the hours are the same, but
Exactly.
in Daytona, it will probably be the opposite because
That
we're
makes
closer
sense.
to Daytona. So,
Mhm.
yeah. And then also for those that can't go to the show, sad face, we're trying to make it up to you. So we will honor Quilt Show specials here in the stores, but we're not going to have everything in the stores that we have at the Quilt Show. So keep that in mind. But we've decided we're going to create in-store only sales for those that either can't make it to the show or for whatever crazy reason just have no interest, which I know baffles me. Very few people I've heard say that. A lot of people, it's more about crowds and it's a personal comfort thing.
Mhm.
We get it. So
Yeah.
come into the store and we're still going to spoil you rotten by giving you some sweet deals.
That would be good.
Yeah. And you'll know what those are next week,
Monday.
Monday. Yeah. But if you come to is that on the list? Okay, it is.
Yeah.
I won't jump ahead. Hold on.
Because I really wanted to.
Yeah.
I kept thinking it's way down here in the list. We need to talk about that now.
But this is something that's, for me,
Okay.
super duper exciting. Have you heard about the So Spooky Showdown yet, Joanne?
I have not.
Right. So this is something that, I don't know, we just kind of decided last minute. But we've talked about something similar. We love seeing people. We love it when people bring in their projects that they're working on,
Mhm.
whether it's halfway through and they just want some advice or they're just super duper proud and they want to show it off. We love seeing what people work on. So we thought, let's let everyone else see that. And so we've decided we're going to do a So Spooky Showdown for the month of October. So anything that is Halloween themed and finished, it does have to be a finished project. It doesn't have to be a quilt, table runner, whatever. If it's Halloween themed, we want you to bring it in. And I'm just spitballing. I should probably read this. But essentially, we're going to display them in the stores. And this is both stores. And I guess we're going to put numbers on them. Is that right? And then people can walk around. It's like a little mini
I was going to say it's our own little mini quilt show.
quilt show, but I don't want to call it a quilt show because people are going to bring table runners and pillows and and I was going to say a costume,
Mhm.
you know.
Oh,
And so but we want to display them for the month of October 1st, and it'll run through the 31st. And people can walk around as they're here anyway, and they can vote and kind of pick the ones
Oh.
that they like.
that is so fun.
Again, this is a friendly competition.
Mhm.
And again, it's all in the spirit of Halloween and fun and sharing the community. And
Mhm.
so I don't love the fact that we pick winners, but I also love the fact that we pick winners. You know what I mean? And so we
I
can.
think the winners will be really glad you picked winners too.
Yeah, I bet. So, and we are going to give prizes for the top 3.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, you're going to win some sweet stuff. I'm not going to tell you what it is because we might sprinkle some other stuff in there. That's
You
why I
guys
said
are
that.
so creative.
So
Start bringing them now, though.
I was going to say you can bring them in any time. So bring them now until technically October 27th. But keep in mind,
People will
you-
be voting before
if you bring
that.
them in now, and we're going to just tally the votes as people come by, and if you're number 1 or 2 or 3, if the more votes you have,
Mhm.
so in other words, the longer that it's here, the more chances you have to win.
Right.
And so I would suggest getting them in. Does it have to be cut up and sew fabric or stuff that you've purchased at cut up and sew? No, it doesn't. That'd be awesome, but it does not. As long as it's a finished Halloween project, bring it on in. And I don't know exactly where. I think it's probably going to be all over the store, maybe in the classroom. You guys have seen our layouts in both stores, so we don't have a
Mhm.
a place for it, but they're gonna be all over and they'll be numbered and stuff like that. So
That'll just be so much fun.
it is gonna be
I
fun.
wish I'd known about that. I would have made something for it.
You got
don't have
time.
anything-
No, I don't.
You got time.
No, I
Talk about
don't.
procrastinating.
It's Christmas time.
No, it's not. It's Halloween time.
Fresh shit, don't we?
Winners will be announced on November during our anniversary event, which I'm not going to talk about right now. But
Okay.
anniversary time
It is
almost too.
exciting.
Whew. Okay, now we can talk about Five Little Monkeys.
Yes.
So Angie and DJ from Five Little Monkeys Quilt Shop up in North Carolina are coming to Palm Coast on September the 14th and the 15th. Now the 15th is a Monday, and that's the Dresden class, and it is full. So just FYI, but go ahead and put your name on the wait list. It lets us know how many people are interested. Maybe we can have another class down the road.
Mhm.
You never know. Also, life happens, and if somebody drops out, we can bump you in there.
Okay.
But on the 14th, which is a Sunday, we're normally closed, we're having a VIP event.
I signed up for this.
Yes,
I
you
was
did.
really excited
Yes,
about
you did.
this.
So it is a bunch of things, and I'll just try to rattle it off. Essentially, we have not done a good job really promoting Quilters Select, and we should have, but we figured let's bring in the heavy hitters.
Mhm.
They are, Angie and DJ are ambassadors for, they know this stuff
Mhm.
really, really well. So they're going to bring a slew of things and have a demo, lecture, trunk show, pop-up shop. It's a whole
It should be
thing.
just really fun.
It is going to be fun.
And to really get a feel for what the difference between Quilter Select and any other product is, and to really see how they really improve your quilting, and it'll be it's great.
It is going to be amazing. And it's going to be amazing just for the knowledge and the deals on Quilter Select.
Mhm.
So that's just one huge reason to sign up. But also, it's a party. It's Sunday. It's a VIP event. So we are going to announce our Quilt Show specials, unveil some new things, and give you guys, the attendees, first dibs. Because the next day, Monday, we make it known to the world.
Now, is that unlimited seating, or do you have a?
It's almost full, actually. I mean, there's a lot of seats,
Mhm.
so that means it's going to be packed. But because it's Sunday, we may end up just sitting in the middle of the store. We're gonna see once we actually get the number.
Mhm.
We'll make room. But again, it's a party, so it may be bouncing around and hovering, and it's going to be fun.
It'll be fun.
We'll have some finger foods, and we're going to make it a party. So,
Oh, sounds good.
do you know how many seats are available?
Last I looked was available.
Like
There was 9.
Nine available. Yeah. So less than 9 for sure. Good morning from St. Augustine. Honda dealers tire issues. Oh no, life happens. Yes, it does, Denise. Well, you're going to get your tire fixed. Our sponsor, Honda from St. Augustine,
Sponsored
taking
Denise.
care of tires.
She's always on.
Okay, so I'm excited for that, and so is Joanne.
So am I. That's right.
And that's September the 14th.
That's this Sunday.
That's this Sunday. That's right. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, we got some talk about procrastinating. Guess I got to buy some food.
Okay. Yes. I'll start thinking about that.
Tony, I'm trying to rock and roll. So if you see if there's a question, just yell at me. Nina.
Here she comes.
So we just had Nina on Saturday. And as always, it's just so good to hear from her and let
Mhm.
her talk about what she does.
And she, over the years, she has truly become part of the cut up and sew community. Which
Yeah,
is really,
we
so
really,
it's really fun when she comes.
we adopted Nina, and yeah, she definitely was it just fit.
Mm-hmm.
And we just, it's her energy.
Mhm.
Her knowledge and her experience is incredible. So not only do you get really high level education, but again, a lot of people are really skilled, but they're not as passionate about, or they're not as strong of a teacher, maybe would be a good way to put it. So Nina is both, which is great.
Yeah, I'm excited because she's teaching that jacket class, and I've been wanting to make a jacket for like years. So I'm going to do it now.
And I bet you have some quilts that are finished that you could chop up and make a sweet jacket out of, right?
We can see.
She's pointing at something. Oh, sample.
So you can
We have samples, store samples. The reason I hung this one up, and I did this like 2 weeks ago and I forgot to talk about it. Everybody's like, that quilt was so pretty. I'm like, oh, it is very pretty. Unfortunately, we don't have the fabric anymore because it was an older line, but the quilt is gorgeous. And we have a ton of quilts like this that were completed, and you guys won't let me hang it up in the store because then you get mad if I don't have the fabric, even though it's pretty and I want to. So we don't know what to do with them. So what are we doing? We're basically blowing them out and selling them to people who, not everybody is a quilter. And we have people that come in and just want to buy quilts for gifts. Some people don't have time to make a new quilt for a jacket. And so they could just buy one of our store samples. We're also going to take some of these to the quilt show, by the way. I will tell you guys that. So, you know, it was there just kind of as a reminder. We've got some really cool samples.
Yeah, what a great quilt for Christmas for a kid. I mean, that's just all the animals on there.
I have almost taken this one like 10 times to hang up in my son's room, but then we get a cat panel in and he's like, I want that. I'm like, oh. He's a cat
awesome.
kid.
Oh.
So me too, Joanne, Cindy says. So thank you for reminding me, Tony, because I would have totally forgot. Ramble, which is our block of the month. Only 3 spots left. So this thing is incredible. And I'm so glad you guys are signing up for this because it's a skill builder. And it's what we're always talking about. Grow, challenge yourself, improve, you know. And this one challenged Tony even. She's been doing this a long time. So I'm really excited that we're going to sell out for sure. Just FYI, those 3 spots left. If you want to grab it, it's a $25 non-refundable deposit. And it's only $29.99 a month. It dropped from like $45, which is a huge drop. So take advantage. And that's $29.99. And it's a 12-month full-on block of the month. You're going to get education from the designer, which is really huge in my mind. Tara Fawnin. Did I say that right? And apparently her videos are fantastic and you can work at your own pace. And then we just kind of talked this morning because people had asked. And I think if we do at the beginning, we can meet in person to see if you guys have questions or maybe just to kind of, you know, get everybody excited. Then maybe halfway through, we can kind of touch base and find a time where we can look at the progress, answer any questions if you have any. I mean, we're always here to help, FYI. And then I'd love to see at the end, everybody bring in their finished, you know, quilts and kind of show that off. So.
And the one thing you haven't talked about is how beautiful the fabric is. I mean, you're not getting just junky fabric in there.
It's incredible.
Truly beautiful fabric.
What's it called?
Shot cottons.
What?
Is it shot cottons?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Okay, cool. Yeah, it is so pretty.
And if you're not familiar with what a shot cotton is, it's when the fibers going in one direction or one color and the fibers going in the other direction are a slightly different color. And it just has a beautiful depth to it.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful fabric.
It is beautiful. And the designs the whole quilt is awesome. And I love that the blocks are all different enough that you're really going to challenge yourself. So I'm excited. So only 3 spots left. Grab those quick. Last thing before you, Joanna, is new. I called you Joanna because I was just talking to my sister.
That's
Joanne is the new fabric. So let's go here first. Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. We have the most Halloween fabric in the world. I keep expanding it. First it was North Florida, and it was like, no, it's all of Florida. I'm like, no, it's just the universe. Yeah, that's right. So, but honestly, we've actually showed these before, but I just wanted to show them again. So did Tony because they're just so stinking cute. So, of course, you guys know that I love like a little bit. I like the scary stuff, but
there's a skull there.
that one's pretty awesome. The little hidden skull.
Yeah, not scary, but when you look at it, it's so fun when you look at a fabric and there's things in it
that are hidden, and then
just constantly seeing something new.
I'll bring them here and I'll carry them over there, Tony. And then, but where I was going with this is I also love really cute Halloween. I love cute fabric, period. But these are really nice because here you go. Oh, you're gonna pass it that way now. Okay. Some people don't like the scary stuff, and so we have literally Halloween fabric for every single type of taste. If you want the vintage, if you want the scary.
Now, are these little spiders? Are they?
I don't think they glow.
No, it'd be cool.
They should. Look at this. Come on.
Aw,
I know.
These little ghosties.
Come on, little hippie ghosts. Those are so cute. And I love these.
Oh,
And
bats.
this line is actually huge. There are more colorways. I just grabbed a few of them.
Yeah, there's lots out there. I saw that. Oh, and are these mushrooms? I guess they're actually skeletons.
They're skulls.
Those sugar skulls. They do look like mushrooms when you said it.
A little flower background. Pretty cute.
Little mushroom skull. And this is just a kind of a fun blender.
It's a nice blender and a great fabric to go in your selection. It's
Yeah.
just a nice.
And we have some amazing Halloween colored threads, and we actually have some exquisite that's it's a 60 weight and it's like neon. I mean, the camera's probably not going to do it justice, but we have just an assortment. And what we've really tried to do is, and we're going forward, really start for the samples that we do, picking out fabric or excuse me, the thread that would match the fabric, because we don't talk about thread enough. Good thing Nina's coming,
That's right.
because she's got a lecture all about thread that literally everyone should take.
Are we gonna do this now?
Yeah, so
This one's gonna be harder to show.
this one's gonna be a little bit harder to show, and there are more in the line. Let's see how we're gonna do this. I think it's still pinned right there. These are some really cool ombres.
Because
So-
the hole is opposite than that, so you can see it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I think if we hold it like this,
Okay, Tony, you're gonna have to tell me when they can actually.
If I
see
hold
the
this
hole.
up,
They can.
can you see the whole?
So it starts at a more muted color and comes down to the brighter colors. Oh, and each little section is a different design. It's just awesome.
It is awesome.
There's a lot of different colors in that.
There's a lot of option in here and how to use it.
There's a lot of movement, and it's busy, but it's, I tell you, I can't wait to see what people do with this. I know Nina got some
She's gonna do it one for blocks.
for one of her paper piece blocks.
Yeah, because you need 9 colors, and this thing has like 10.
You can just throw it over there, Joanne. You don't have to make it look all pretty.
And even you could even buy some of these and just use. And if you're doing just like a simple block quilt, you could have all kinds of different blocks just using this one fabric.
Yeah,
Really beautiful.
it's incredible.
This might be these two are my favorite.
Yeah.
I think.
Boy, I really like pens here. Cut up and
Well, because
stuff.
I want you to see. You did it so you could see it. Once folded up, you can't see that.
Yeah, I know.
Gosh, I love that one.
Let's see. We gotta go.
Look how this one goes from this kind of, what color is this up here?
Like a coral, sandy,
Coral.
maybe?
Okay, so a coral down to the purples. It's beautiful.
Look at that.
Really pretty.
Does it show it all right?
Yeah.
Can I see the whole thing? Okay.
Mhm.
So love that. And
That one's cool. The gold into the blue.
Oh, well, yeah, this is the one somebody showed me first, and I thought, oh, wow, I love this one.
yeah, this one's got a lot of change.
Pull it up a little bit. Watch this face.
Yeah, so it starts up here at the, once again, coral, and kind of comes down through yellow and green and all the way down to blue, and maybe a little indigo in there. Just really beautiful.
It's really cool. Yeah. And then again, we do have more, but we just wanted to grab a few of these, and you have to see them in person. Hopefully the
So
cameras.
you don't have to open the whole thing because the one side, there you go. Just like that, they can see all the
Oh.
colors.
Tony,
I like
so much
this.
Smarter.
Yeah, but I like seeing the ombre, but that's all right.
Well, it's
But you can sort of.
That was
She's
much
saying
better.
this is the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better.
It's beautiful. Why can't I think of these things?
Yeah. That would have been a lot easier. I didn't have to unpin all that.
I just thought it was fun watching you.
Nancy says it looks great. Yeah, this fabric is incredible. So we have a lot of new fabric in, and of course, because we don't want to sit here for hours, we can only show a little bit, and it's just to get you just a taste. So you have to come in and see all the new stuff. And then it's same thing. We're doing this show every Monday here. We're not doing a good enough job showing you all the St. Augustine fabric, and we're going to fix that, by the way. We're going to start doing more things probably in the middle of the week because they haven't figured out cloning yet, so I can't be in both places yet. All right, new fabric. Now it's quilting tips. That's what my notes say. So
That's what your
what
notes
you
say.
got today, Joanne?
Well, I know I've talked about this before, and but I constantly, as a teacher, I'm constantly asked about the whole scant quarter of an inch. What is a scant quarter of an inch? Why do you do it? How do you figure it out? And what's it all about? And I was thinking about that this weekend, and I thought, what we need to do is we need to take the word scant out of our vocabulary, because scant, a quarter inch is a measurable amount, whereas a scant quarter inch, it isn't a measurable amount. And I can prove that because so many of you are asking about it. So I think we take that whole idea of the scant quarter of an inch out of our vocabulary. Now, the one thing I want to say before we get into the preciseness of the quarter of an inch is there are a lot of quilts out there that it doesn't really matter. You know, if you have all of your seams are the same size, that's all that's important. But some seams, sometimes you have a block where it really makes a difference. For example, this is the base block for the stars in this particular quilt here. And it's very important with this in order to get, because this is a disappearing block. It's a very important that this is a certain size. So I want, and because I'm going to have to divide this into 3 different sections, and I want them all the same. And if I'm trying to do, if I have my block isn't correct, then I'm trying to do some really weird math, and I don't want to do that. And I also can't, once I sew these together like this, I can't trim it anymore. I mean, in order to maintain this quarter of an inch here at the tips, I have to make sure that I start out that way, because it is what it is, and we want to make sure it comes out perfectly. So once again, sometimes it doesn't matter, sometimes it does. So for those times when it matters, we want
I have to interrupt you. Do you want me to go grab the design wall? Would it be easier to hold the little portable one? Do they need to be able to see this?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Yes and no. So the thing that you want to do is you want to figure out where a quarter of an inch is. Now, on your machine, some machines have those lines on them, and some machines have those quarter inch foot, and some machines are perfect in those measurements. Some machines aren't. None of the ones we sell here are imperfect, but they're
all perfect. Well, but it's a good point, because people do ask, and we demo all sorts of machines, and people are like, so I like to use the foot for the quarter of an inch with the guide. Some people go, ooh, like Janome, I'm used to the quarter of an inch stitch that you actually select. And I don't think there's not a right answer, except, well, how do you like it? Like,
yes.
It's personal preference, right? Yeah. Okay.
But the idea is, no matter how you figure that all out, you still want to end up with a quarter of it, with the proper measurement. And what happens, the 2 reasons, or one of the 2 reasons, or some of the reasons why this doesn't work, is, first of all, fabric is different weights. You know, even the quilting cotton, if you go throughout this store, some of that quilting cotton will be very lightweight, and some of it will be thicker. And so that's going to make a difference. The threads you use will make a difference. We have anywhere from, we have 100 weight, which is very, very thin, to 12 weight, which is really heavy. So, and the average quilter will use something in the range of between 60 and 80 while they're sewing, but all that makes a difference. So what happens is that it's really, what you're dealing with is the fold over. So when you fold your fabric over like this, and you have your seam coming down the back, that thread takes up space, and that weight of the fabric takes up space. So even though you may look like you may feel like, well, I'm sewing right at the edge of my quarter inch foot, maybe these things are making a difference. So what you want to do is you want to take 2 2.5 inch squares, and you want to sew them together just like I have here. And then you're going to take your ruler and measure it. Now, I will tell you that the best ruler I've found to be able to really measure this are the Quilter Select, because the Quilter Select have very fine lines on them, and you can truly see the edge of your fabric. But you're going to measure that. And if you have 2, thank you.
Put it on there. So
great. If you have 2 2.5 inch strips, squares, when you sew them together, you're going to have a length of 4.5 inches. So you're going to take your ruler, and you're going to put it right at the edge of your fabric. Can you do, okay.
Zoom it.
Here, if you can keep them back here, it's all right. She can get it.
Okay, thank you. If you put it right at the edge of your fabric and you measure from one end to the other, then the other end should be measuring at 4.5. If it's not measuring at 4.5, then you need to make some changes. So the easiest way to make those changes is to have on your machine some sort of little seam guide, and you kind of play around with your machine until you get into where you have your needle and where your fabric is going through is getting that perfect 1/4 inch seam. And then you can place your seam guide right where your fabric will ride right against it. Now, personally, I prefer a seam guide that has a little bit of a height to it.
Little bump, yeah.
And you can stack up a whole strip, a bunch of strips of masking tape and put that on your machine.
Don't do that.
I don't really like that. But there are some companies that make some really cool things, and we happen to be out of stock of my favorite one, which is a purple strip. It's fairly long, and if you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, I hate those because they go over my bobbin," where my what is that called?
Your stitch plate.
My stitch plate, and then when I have to change my bobbin, I can't take it off. Well, what you do in that case is you take like an X-Acto knife and you cut your purple strip right along where the stitch plate is. And then when you go to take your change your bobbin, you can lift that up. And then when you put it back, everything is still right in place. So that kind of takes away that.
And we
problem.
always have those in stock. So of course, today you're talking about it. We sold out, but we do sell out a lot too. But it's almost like a rubber. So that's why it's easy to cut with that or silicone. But it's just raised just enough. Now,
Yes.
I didn't think that, is it tape though?
No.
Isn't it? It's almost like a friction, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was starting to clean.
It's a little bit hard if you leave it on there. If you leave it on there all the time, then it can be hard to take off.
Okay.
But and every time you take it off, then you have to reposition it, and that's a pain in the neck.
But it's not like the tape where it's on there and then you bring it in for service and the technician rips it off and you've got all of your sticky tape all over there because
and you won't get that. So that's one way of measuring it. The other way of measuring it is the seam guide, the washi seam guide tape. Now this doesn't have that little bump to it.
But you can see the guidelines.
But it does have guidelines if you're comfortable with the guidelines. So
I just had a question. When you were saying you butt it up, you're talking about for the seam guide, you actually butt your fabric directly up to it?
Right up against it.
Yeah.
And
that's why it's raised. It's nice because it won't go right over the top of it.
It doesn't go over the top of it. It just stays right along the side. And the other thing that helps forces you to do is a lot of times what we will do is as we're sewing, we're watching the needle going up and down. Well, that's where you don't want to be watching there. You want to be watching further back so that you can make adjustments. If your fabric is going one way or the other, you can make adjustments as you go along to keep it going straight. So if you're concentrating on watching your fabric right here thank you so much, as it goes along the edge of your seam guide, then you're watching in the correct place and you're keeping your fabric nice and straight.
Nice. You were making me thirsty.
I was making me thirsty. Thank you very much. And
I
thank
love
you
that.
for opening it.
Of course. This type of conversation for some goes, oh yeah, I know, I've been doing that for a long time. You would be amazed how many people either forget or never even just were shown such a what should be kind of basics, quilting or sewing knowledge. So I love that you always kind of bring up these things that we talk about all the time without even thinking, oh, maybe they don't know that.
Yeah. And we were talking in one of my classes recently, we were talking about the size of your block and squaring up your blocks and things like that. And there are patterns and designers who never tell you to do that. And you get to you get all your blocks made and you haven't sized anything up. You haven't been really careful on your 1/4 inch seam, everything. You go to put it together and nothing goes together. Right. And that's very frustrating. So I don't want to be the quilt police, but I do want to help you have when you spend big money on fabric and lots of time on making your quilt, you want it to turn out.
Yeah.
And so there are some basic skills that will help that happen.
Or even if you shop at Cut Up and Sew and take advantage of all the sales,
that's right.
You still don't want to mess that up.
No, you don't, because even with sales,
still an investment.
It's an investment. That's right.
I love it. And she actually this is not just because we have the Quilter Select thing. She's always carried this around. She's always talked about Quilter Select, which again is another reason why we want to do it, because shame on me for not promoting it and educating you guys and myself, to be fair, on Quilter Select. So yeah, that's great. I saw one question. Shar said, what's the name, Joanne? I
think it's just called Seam.
Are we talking about the guides?
Yeah, I think it's just called the Seam.
Yeah, the seam guide and
We don't even have a tag.
I can't believe, yeah, that's crazy. We always have these. So, we'll make sure they get, I'm sure they're probably already ordered, but if not, we'll make sure they get ordered and then we'll show them next live show we do. Maybe Tony will even take a picture of it and just put it in there.
Yeah, because those are, to me, those are the best. And I meant to get the actual name of them, who makes them. But if we get them in stock, then you don't need to know the name. Just ask for the purple seam guides.
Not the purple thing.
That's right, which is a whole different
It's a
show.
whole nother thing. And the purple seam tape, which actually this is also great because I like it that it does have the lines on it. Good for half square triangles. Yeah, exactly. I do so many of those.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, for those traditional quilters, this is awesome. I love this stuff because it when you know how to use it, it takes away, you don't have to draw lines on your fabric.
The right tool makes the job a lot easier.
Right. You are absolutely right.
Yep.
Okay.
Put it in your next email on products to us, Denise asked. The one you were sold out. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll get you that. And hey, Janae from Hinesville. Oh, yeah, okay. You live up in Georgia. That's right. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Good morning. I don't think I missed anything. I saw, yeah, Denise said that makes sense. So, again, I love that you bring up some of these things. And you said scant quarter. I can't tell you how many people are, what's a scant quarter inch? I'm like, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. And that's why it needs to be taken out of our vocabulary.
Get rid of it.
Just say.
They're like, it's smaller than a thing. I'm like, oh, God.
All you want is an accurate quarter of an inch, and that's the
boom. There you go. Char, you also have a great day. And did you have this up because you were just showing? Because in order because
this is celebration quilt, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the summer celebration quilt, and I was sick for a couple of weeks, and so that quilt got this. This is my current class. It got started a little late. If you're looking at it thinking, gosh, I'd really like to make that and look really cool in Christmas colors or Halloween or whatever, it's an easy quilt to make. It's fun to make, and you can always sign up for that class.
It's on Fridays.
On Fridays.
All of Joanne's classes are on Fridays. So if you really want to get some, well, everyone should want to get education from Joanne, look for the Friday spots.
And now we have open spots where you can come and just have Joanne help you with the project.
That's right. Because I'm kind of one of those out of the box thinking people,
which we love.
We do.
We've designed my classes now, so if you only want to come in, you can come in and take the class and take a quilt. There's always a specific quilt going. But let's say you have something you want to work on and you need help with. You can come in on a one-time basis or a two-time basis. It gives you an opportunity to get a feel for what the class is like anyway. You can get help, and you just pay for that on a class by class basis.
You can work on your project, your quilt, versus doing the one that they're doing. But I tell you, it's an amazing group of, I guess I can say ladies because there's no guys in there. And I've just watched them grow with you, and it's such an awesome group. So
I'm definitely proud of that group.
They're amazing.
They're fun to work with, and
they've gotten really good. Yeah, so awesome. All right, weekly promotions. So anytime that you come in and you pay with cash, you get your name on a little ticket, and we do a drawing for a gift card at the end of every month. I should have grabbed the cash. You want to go grab them?
Yeah.
We need to draw the names for last month. So I'll say at the beginning-ish of every month, we do a drawing for a gift card.
So the bottom line is once a month. Once a month.
There you go. That's good. If you use the code word, you will get 2 tickets, 2 chances to win. So the code word for this week is notions. So you come in, when you're paying cash, say the word notions, you're going to get 2 tickets. Which is a big deal. I never want to charge you guys for the credit card processing. You're starting to see it everywhere. 3% fee if you use a credit card. You know what? I'm the business owner. That's on me. So what do? Bribe you guys to use cash instead. But, it is what it is. So let's see. What else do we got? Back quarter Fridays. Can you read that? Let's see what does this say? Ooh, you can give them some good news. Through September
17th, there's 15% off of all notions. Oh my goodness.
Like those purple
those purple
things that we're going to get back
or
in.
those seam guide strips, or I mean, there's so many notions out there. I love notions, and so if you're a notion lover, this is the time to come to the
So
shop.
this is a weekly promotion, so which is great. I guess we just kind of do that periodically.
Mhm.
So from now until September the 17th, 15% off of notions. And this is both locations.
And if you haven't been in recently, the notions have moved. They're still here, and they're over. They're in the room where all the thread is, so you can
In the sale fabric, thread, embroidery, back door, front door to some of you.
Tony always
You'll
knows,
find it. And
Tony always knows the right word.
we're going to keep moving it around because, like I say, it's like Cracker Barrel. You just got to keep moving stuff around. And you guys think this is brand new. And it's like, it's been there for months.
maybe years.
Yeah. So this is the cash pig
From Palm Coast.
from Palm Coast. Joanne, if you would.
Okay.
Just one.
Oh,
She's like, they're all winners.
okay. Kathy, can I say her last name?
Yeah, please do.
Is that
If you
Young? It looks like Yohone. Oh, no, I don't know. But
Kathy, I don't know.
but there's a phone number, and we will call you.
Absolutely. Kathy Dalphon? Dalphons? Is that Kathy? Yeah. Congratulations, Kathy D. Yep, and we can read her number. Fantastic.
Okay.
So we'll put that one there. And then let's do the cash.
You want to put it in here? So I need to send this out.
Yeah, you can just dump it on the table. It's all right. And this is the cash cow from St. Augustine. St. Augustine doesn't have as many tickets.
Yeah.
Come on, St. Augustine. Take advantage of this.
Yeah, but all these people in here, they have a better chance.
And by the way, they do have a better chance, but you can do it at both stores.
That's right.
2 chances to win here. That's why we do 2 drawings. If you would.
Okay. See if I can do better with this one. Sheila Chandler. And we also have your number. So we'll be calling you.
Sheila Chandler. Maybe it is Sheila, but there's an I in there. So I want to say it's like Sheila, which would be cool.
Kind of exotic.
I know, right? Well, that's what we're going to call you, even if it is Sheila. Sheila Chandler. Congratulations. Yep, perfect. I can read the number. So that's all you got to do. Just pay with
Okay.
cash anytime you come in. And for this week, say the word notions and get 2 of these tickets. Fantastic. Whew, I'm glad we remembered that.
As you're saying.
Like on the 9th. What is today? The 10th? We're only 9 days late.
Last week was a holiday.
That's right. That's right. Fat Quarter Fridays are still on because, as you guys know, Fat Quarters are now $4 and more as you go around to any of the shops. So every Friday we do $3 on the Fat Quarters that are already on the rack, the pre-cut ones. Accessory of the month. Right now we're doing Janome and Baby Lock, 20% off all feet. So remember, 15% off notions, 20% off of all Baby Lock and Janome feet. And Bernina is doing we made a little oops.
Yeah.
It's not just a buy one, get one free. That I was like, God, I can't believe Bernina's doing that. Well, they weren't. If you buy 2, you get one free, which I was like, okay, which is still insane. Like, you guys know what, and that's on hoops and feet. I mean, Bernina hoops and books. Yeah. Bernina, anything. It ain't cheap because you get what you pay for. So when I say cheap, it's just not inexpensive. So take advantage. It is an investment. It's a wise investment. And those feet, lifetime warranty, you'll have them forever. But take advantage. Buy 2, get 1 free. And that's on feet, hoops, and books. And then again, just to recap, long arm special, 2 cents per square inch. And that goes until September the 17th. You can drop your quilts off at either location. We will get them there. So we're trying to make it easy for you. Just know that if you want it for Christmas, you got to get it in. If you want the sale, September 17th. If you just want it in time for Christmas, October 31st.
Okay.
Sewing for Charity Party on the 27th. Get rid of the scant quarter inch vocabulary. Is that right? Just get rid of it.
Just get rid of it. Don't even, whenever you see scant, just cross it out.
Earmuffs.
Replace it with accurate quarter inch.
Perfect. And then we will see everybody at Quilt Fest next week,
Thursday.
Thursday, right? 17th or the 18th.
Mhm.
And then the last thing I'm going to say is the So Spooky Showdown. I want to see
Yeah, so much fun.
Joanne's Halloween project. I want to see your Halloween project. So bring them in, and you can literally start bringing them in now. So if you got something that's already finished, bring it in.
Yeah, all
Both
those,
locations.
We're decorating.
We're
that's right,
decorating.
and all those cool hats that everybody's been making.
Everybody
Oh,
made the
witches'
witches and wizards hats. Yeah.
it'll be fun.
So, but you don't want to hang it up and be without it the whole month. So I don't know if I'd hang that one up. You got to make a backup. There you go. All right. Well, this was fun. And as always, hold on one second. Let me see what this is. Speaking of the so spooky showdown, look at this. Cindy just happened to bring in. Okay, she just whipped these little guys up.
Now, don't tell me this is for a kid to take trick or treating.
It's for whatever, right?
That's really cute.
Look at this though. Look at come
I like
on.
it.
I love this. Does that show it all right?
Yeah, this is-
These are so great. Thank you.
All right,
Perfect
we're gonna hang 'em
timing.
up. Yeah, we're gonna hang them up now.
We're gonna hang them up. I love this though. This is great. Is that yeah, that's all embroidery.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Just awesome, as always.
Perfect. We'll always live to create and
Just to enjoy your own personal quilting journey.
was almost close to the original.
Almost
I love
like
it.
thinking, how can I put the two of them
It was
together?
perfect. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everyone.